Hello everyone and welcome to our webinar. I hope all of you are well and are staying away from the flu, unlike me. We're delighted to have you here today and we hope you learned some new insightful information. My name is Alexia Chiriță. I'm an account manager and e-commerce specialist at Vevol Media, and I will be your host for today. I've been working in e-commerce for the past 3 years, launching brands, scaling them, and helping others grow their businesses. Let me introduce my colleagues too. Alongside me is Dan Nistor. He's an experienced e-commerce consultant and also co-founder at Vevol Media. His mission is to make e-commerce websites look and perform better through better user experience. His favorite quote is, "Some people want it to happen, some wish it would happen, others make it happen." And please meet Bogdan Dogaru, co-founder at Vevol Media and head of development. When it comes to development, he's an advocate of clean and reusable code. He's highly skilled web developer with extensive knowledge of multiple programming languages, but he also goes over and beyond to tailor all solutions based on each client's individual needs. Now that I've introduced ourselves, let me talk a bit about our agency as well for our newcomers who are not familiar with us. We at Vevol Media are a digital agency focused on Shopify, but with extensive knowledge of other platforms too. Our main services are web design, bespoke and Shopify development, migrations to Shopify, but also SEO and UI UX design. You can learn more about us on our website vevolmedia.com, where we also have some really cool case studies of our past work. Also, this session will be recorded on our LinkedIn page, so you'll be able to revisit it anytime. Today, we're starting a series of webinars for e-commerce enthusiasts, and we'll discuss about the product page. You may be wondering why the product page, or not. Well, the product page is the reason of the season. Christmas is very close, and every online business runs ads, which is why traffic is so expensive right now. So, how do you stand out? You need interesting products, good prices, fast shipping, but where do customers see all of these? Well, on a good product page. These factors are important, but just the tip of the iceberg, as we'll go over everything you need to know to increase your sales. At the end of the webinar, we'll also perform 3 live UI UX audits on your product pages. So make sure to comment your product page links in the comment section. If you're not familiar with what an audit looks like, we look for key elements a product page should contain: general architecture of the page, placement of items, overall speed, and SEO. By then, we hope we would have answered the main question, where do fish drink water? And you would have learned a lot about how to improve your product pages. Now I'll hand you over to Dan. Take it away.
Thanks, Alexia. Thanks for the great intro. Let's jump straight to it. I'm concerned about the time as well, and we want to do the 3 audits as well. The 4 topics that we're going to cover in today's presentation is the most important page on your online store. Now we're going to show you a few world-class product page examples. Bogdan will talk about the technical side of a product page, and then at the end of this presentation, the 3 free live UX audits will be performed by Alexia, our e-commerce specialist. So the most important page on your online store, is it the homepage? Well, the homepage is important, no question about it, but product pages are the most important part of your store. Many users will land directly on your product page without accessing your homepage ever. Let's look at the following basic customer journey. And just want to emphasize this is a basic customer journey. Some of them might be more complex than others. It's no one size fits all. Let's look at this one. So it usually goes like this: awareness, consideration, purchase, and retention. So the awareness phase is where you advertise your products. Let's say where the audience sees your ads. You're promoting your products through creatives on Facebook, and then let's say Google Shopping ads. Then users will click that ad, and they are here now into the consideration stage, where they see your product page, they check your product page. The landing page is actually the product page. And if you have a proper and optimized product page, they have no reason not to purchase from you. So we're going to discuss on how a product page should look like in a minute. But yeah, basically an optimized product page should lead to the purchase. And if you have a good marketing strategy in place, you should retain that customer for a longer period. So in order to make the product, the user click that add to cart button or buy now button, there are a few best practices you have to follow. So usually they are like this: display social proof to on your product page by adding a customer review section with user generated content, and we'll show you a few world class examples. Have a clear product description. So a clear product description won't only help the user understand your product, but will also help Google understand your product. Therefore, will rank you better in the search engines. So it should, the starting point should be a relevant keyword research, and make sure you use them in your product descriptions. Provide users with shipping information. I see it all of the time. Um, Users would love the product, they would like to purchase the product, but they don't feel that comfort in purchasing from brands because there is no shipping information on the product page. So how can you expect them to purchase from you if you don't give them, if you're not transparent in when it comes to the shipping? A pro tip here: provide user with estimated delivery dates. I'm going to show you an example in a second. Suggested product and bundles for cross-sell and upsell, sticky add to cart button, and other nice to have or like subscription options, wish list options, and I could go on and on. But this if you have this in place, you should be proud of your team, of your store, of your brand. So world-class product page examples. I chose to show you today Decathlon and Omzo. Decathlon, fashion retailer, a sport fashion retailer, and Omzu, supplement brand from the US. I'm going to start with Omzu this time. So it's going to be an interactive presentation. Um, Here are we on the Umzu product page, one of their product pages: nitric oxide and circulatory support supplement. First thing that I notice here is that they have loads of reviews, lots of 5-star reviews, really. So 4,000 plus reviews. That's a huge and very, very good social proof to have on a product page. If your brand allows this business model, you can have a subscription here, like so. You can let the user subscribe to your product, and you can ship them the product on a monthly basis. It only takes one time take to gather the payment details, and you're gonna basically generate a monthly income on subscriptions, on selling this product over and over again. Um, Also, having a subscription-based model, a business model, it helps with inventory, so you know exactly how many products to order from your suppliers in next month. So yeah, they're doing a great job here. 60-day money back guarantee. So they have this great refund policy, and they're making sure to advertising on their product page. They offer free US shipping on orders over $99. Again, they are making sure to advertise that on the product page, which is great. And if you remember, I said about the estimated date delivery and estimated time deliveries. So here it is: get it by Tuesday, December 20th. Let's say this product now is a piece of jewelry, and you'd like to purchase that for your partner for Christmas. Now, today you are on the 14th of December. Here it is, the date, 20th of December. Am I comfortable purchasing this piece of jewelry today? Probably yes, because I know it will arrive on time. But have I not have this on the product page, I'm not sure personally I would purchase this. And people think like that. If you're not transparent in your delivery dates, um, basically don't give them with that confidence, that comfort in purchasing from you and purchasing from you. And Amazon does a great job at this, so does Umzu. A short and clear product description, lots of nice keywords here: healthy, smooth circulation, strong immune health. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Then we can see here that they're emphasizing this review. More reviews are down below. Then they have a few icons with more content, with more talking about the benefits and the features of the product. Another description with the ingredients and the real research, how they call it. So let's say that I know garlic is very, very good for my immunity, and I love to see this ingredient in the product. Here they sold me, so I want to buy this product straight away now. I'm done. I don't have to see more, and I want to purchase this product. Well, it's easy for me to do that because the sticky add to cart button is right here. So it doesn't matter I'm at the top of the page or at the bottom of the page. The sticky add to cart is here. So if I feel comfortable now in purchasing, just gonna click the add to cart button and finalize my order. Lovely imagery. They also have a video here that you can watch. I'm not gonna click into it now, but it's important to have images as well as text. Some people are more visual learners than others, so it does help. Frequently asked questions, very important section. On product pages, related products for upsell or cross-sell. Take the quiz. Let's say now at this stage you still didn't decide, should I purchase this product, should I not? Um, so UMS, what they do here, they invite you to take the quiz. We actually build a few quizzes like this for our customers at Vevol Media. So the quiz, it might help you find another product. It usually works like a search bar algorithm, but it's more user friendly. And yeah, just want to point this out. Um, Shopify said that personalization is going to be a huge trend in 2023. So keep this in mind. Reviews with user-generated content, not only that they tell about their experience with the product, with the brand, but they also add images. So those are user-generated content. It's a huge, huge social proof. This is quite interesting reviews. It looks more like an article. So this is Umzu, guys. Just gonna jump back now to the other example, Decathlon. So here we can see a woman Skybase layer top. They want to give me some notifications, some push notifications. I'm gonna block this for now, but well done. First thing first, so I see here that they have a label on their images, lowest price, best value, really, really good marketing words. And then again, the reviews, actually on hover here, we can see more about the reviews, very interesting. Um, they they let you purchase this product to Klarna. So Klarna is a payment gateway called buy now pay later. So like you can purchase this product now and basically purchasing now and pay later for it. Then they also have a short description here, which I'm sure it goes on Google as well. A size guide. As I said, there is no size fits all when it comes to your product page. But of course, if you're a fashion retailer and if you sell clothing online, it's crucial to have a size guide on your product page. And Decathlon is doing a great job here. They are showing the sizes not only on centimeters or inch, but both. So well done. Gonna scroll now down here. I see the environmental impact. Um, Again, 2023 is the year where more and more people, more and more users will care about this, the environmental impact that brands have to um, on Earth and what impact they have on the planet. So well done again. Similar products, upsell, buy it with. This is a great bundle. So if you're interested in purchasing these base layer top, you might as well purchase the layer bottoms then with it. So it's a nice bundle. Product benefits, icons and text, technical information. You can even see more here. Our recommended products. This now it's a cross sell section. So okay, you might want to buy the top, you might want to buy the bottoms, but why not buying some socks? Why not getting some gloves if you're going to your ski holiday? Pictures, as I said, for me, for example, it's very important to see the quality of the materials. I'm a kind of kinesthetic person, so I like to see what kind of material I'm buying. Video, customer review section, verified purchase. I love this. This is a very, very powerful word, verified purchase. And yeah, what I said there, like the environmental impact that the brand has on the planet. They even advertise their 365 days return policy here. And they also, you can see here that they accept more payment gateways like PayPal, Visa, Google Pay, Apple Pay. So if you're not comfortable purchasing, I don't know, with Visa, you might want to purchase with Google Pay. So that's from me, guys. Sorry there. So the main question of this webinar now: where do fish drink water? Really, let's answer this question. The answer is everywhere, and I want to use an analogy here. So let's think about us like fish. We are all consumers, okay? So why not make these fish make them drink your water? Your water meaning purchasing from you your products. How we can do this? We can do this by optimizing our product page, by optimizing our customer support, by listening to our clients' feedback, and basically optimize everything that we can on our online brand. Gonna hand over to Bogdan now to go through the technical side of a product page. So Bogdan.
Thanks, Dan. Hi, everyone. I'm Bogdan, and as Dan mentioned, we'll be discussing a couple more technical topics next, and I'll give you some recommendations that can be done by anyone um, now, and also some more complex recommendations and suggestions that might need some experts to implement them. And that's where companies like ours can really make a difference for your business. There's two areas I'll cover, and those are speed optimization and fold optimization. And we'll start with fold optimization. We'll start with speed optimization. There's no secret anymore that standards have really tightened up in the past few years, and users expect more from their browsing experience, and rightly so, as technology has made great progress and also is widely more accessible. Internet is faster, devices are faster, and tech used to build websites is better. Therefore, websites should be quicker. And also, let's not forget that generations are changing and advances in technologies are directly bound to those changes. If, for example, your business includes selling products to a younger audience, then page speed optimization should definitely sit at the top of your to-do list at all times. Right, next, let's look at some data. And I think this would be useful as we can all understand where e-commerce is at this moment on this page speed topic. Google says A page should load within 5 seconds to fall into acceptable user standards. 80% of those B2C web pages are aligned to this. Across millions of tests run by monitoring tool Pingdom, the average loading speed was 3 seconds, 3.21 seconds, and basically this is the number to beat to be at least above average. According to Kissmetrics, 47% of of consumers expect a web page to load in 2 seconds or less. So as you see, things are getting even tighter now, even more serious. Finally, according to similar studies, 45% of the users are less likely to complete the purchase if a website doesn't meet any of those speed standards. So, what all of this is telling us, if we follow the numbers a bit, we realize that entry-level standards are relatively easy to match. But if you want to get great results, you need to really tighten up the screws of your web pages. So enough talk about data. Let's see some actual actions that you can take right away, or at least pin to your task board. So what can you do to improve loading speed of your product page? And we'll start with images, as they play one of the most important roles on the product page, and there will be quite a few of them across the page. First of all, you need to optimize sizes. And if your e-commerce platform supports it, upload multiple sizes for different devices for desktop, tablets, and mobile. You'll want to implement next generation image formats like WebP as well. Again, some e-commerce platforms will transform your images by default on uploading, but for some other platforms, you might want to install a plugin or an app. WebP files have better compression rates and therefore better loading speeds at same quality of the image. Implementing lazy loading, and lazy loading is for images to be loaded first for those above default, so for those that you would see first, and the others that you do not see on page loading, they will load later. This gives you a boost in page load speed. We'll move on to CDN, and that stands for Content Delivery Networks. This is basically where your images are hosted and ensures that the images are being served to your users from the fastest available server to their location. Some platforms, again, might have this feature enabled by default, like Shopify, but for other platforms, you would want to install apps or use third-party services. And to just give you a brief example of how this works, I'll just explain like this. So you have a website in the UK and you want to expand into the US market. The user from the US doesn't really need to just call your website from the UK and ask for the images. So he will rely into CDN, so a server close to him in the US to download the images from. That gives you a massive boost in speed. So let's move to blocking unnecessary scripts. There are cases where functionalities that you use on the home page or on the cart page or other landing pages are not being used on the product page. And it works the other way around too. And we can just stop running those specific scripts on the product page if we don't need them. And it will definitely save us some time. And I'll just give you another example. Maybe we have a funky pop-up on the homepage and it collects some data for a newsletter, but we don't use that on the product page. For this, we just want to block and not run any scripts related to that newsletter pop up on the product page, and again, save some time. Next is removing apps and plugins that you don't use. And basically, even though it shouldn't be the case, there are plugins and apps that you use on your e-commerce platform that will leave unwanted traces behind, like code or even tracking. So the solution is to do a periodic code check and clean those unused traces. The last on the list for now is minifying the code. Again, something that's very easy to do from an expert point of view. So you might want to seek help here, but minifying the code, it just can give you a quite a boost in page loading speed. And look, I know maybe some of these actions might sound a bit daunting at the minute, but if you get the help from an expert, you could really reap the benefits and improve your product page speed immediately. Let's move on to the second topic, which is the fold optimization. But first, what is the fold? And the fold is practically the upper visible part of the product page. It's the area that the users see when they access your page, and it's also the main focus of their immediate attention. And if you don't make sure that is optimized, then we risk losing the conversion. And we need to understand that fold optimization is quite tricky. It's quite tricky to master, and there's really no magic recipe to what your specific user needs. And it just can be different from devices as well, desktop to mobile, certainly. So I'd recommend maybe even running some heat map analysis before rearranging elements around. But let's again look at some data and discuss about it. 80% of the time spent by users on a page and on a product page is above the fold. So it's all about the attention span. And for users and for all users, it's definitely short and it's getting shorter. If you don't convince them to stay and browse within a few seconds by showing important information, then they will definitely walk away. Also, users they read an F shape. That means they are usually reading or viewing elements from left to right, and their attention reduces as they look further down the page. Average desktop font size is between 600 and 800 pixels. So this is generally how much space we have to grab your user's attention with quality information. But look, it's not that strict either. In recent years, users have created habits to scroll when they land on a page, especially if they spend a few seconds as well. So 90% of the users will start scrolling if they reach a certain number of seconds spent on the fold. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the list of elements that should be included in the fold. And we'll pick apart Dan's example of Umzu again, as that product page is quite well optimized above the fold. And being conscious of time, we'll only look at the desktop version for now. And for this example, we've set the fold of 1280 by 800 pixels. And that's a very common browser size. So let's discuss about those must-haves for the product page. We have the header with navigation. There's no surprises there. Users need to be able to navigate, search, and access other different parts of the website. We'll move to breadcrumbs. So breadcrumbs are the way to tell the user where exactly the user is at any specific point. For this example, I would even go to suggest that could be more specific, mentioning the collection name of the product. Let's move to product information. Again, there's only one way here to show it. You can include extra description, small ones, but just be aware of how much space that will take. Next on the list is the main image. And the users are on your product page for a reason, to see the product, and you need to show it to them. And be sure that you use product imagery that is clear and is suggestive. And I would give a quick suggestion here as well. Make sure that the image is not cropped off by default. Users definitely need to see the full image at a first glance. Next on the list are the secondary images or the carousel of images that we all use on the product pages. The users they need to see more of that product, and those images can vary between detailed product images, lifestyle images, or even in-depth product information. And this is actually quite a nice trick Umzu has used here, as having images of product details is the way to bring information that doesn't really sit above the fold usually, and they bring it above the fold. So yeah, nice trick there. Next on the list, it's the pricing variants and options, and we'll start with the pricing. which is extremely important to have clearly stated at the first glance. Some users will actually feel tricked if you hide it, or even if you make them browse long pages to show it. Uh, apart from that, variants and options can be product colors, sizes, and so on. In this case, there's different type of pricings, but those have to clearly they have to be clearly shown above the fold, as users might want to quickly browse to their preferred variant. We'll move to probably the most important element on a product page and on a fold, which is the CTA, the call to action button. This is the focus of the whole area, and it's our product page's main goal. It's used to convert the users into customers. There's a few things here we can suggest. First of all, the CTA must have readable text. The color contrast must be really good, and it can be even bigger in size compared to other buttons on the page, so it stands out. Another thing is color scheme. Users will mentally associate the color scheme with the final action on your website, which is to add to cart or to proceed to checkout. And you want to have a unique color scheme there and use it just for those type of buttons across the website. So it needs to be consistent.
I just
Moving
add
to the last.
something here, Bogdan. I see sometimes there is like this text add to cart, but then in the UK they have add to basket. What's the catch here?
It just you just need to make sure that you apply the wording to the market you're referring to. So if you're
Nice,
referring to a market that usually use add to cart, then use that, and basket as well. But generally, add to cart is probably widely used across international web stores.
makes sense.
The last on the list, but obviously not on the on importance list, are the reviews, which is just a small section we're looking at here, and it's shown above the fold because it gives users the necessary feeling of comfort knowing they're about to buy a good product, and it's again key to converting them into customers, from users to customers. So this is the fold. We've discussed it, and as a conclusion, I'd like you to observe that there is a certain hierarchy of the structure when arranging elements above the fold, and make sure there's enough space between elements. They're aligned correctly. Fonts and colors are clear and readable, and obviously, if you ever unsure about your own product page, do seek expert help, because it can make wonders when everything is aligned and placed properly, so your business will start generating more sales. So that was it for me. I'll just hand you over back to Alexa now.
Thank you so much, Bogdan, for the presentation. I will start the UI audits from the websites mentioned in the comments. If there's anyone else who would like a website audit, please comment your website here. So let me start with Valentina's website, Sophia Style. I will share my screen right away so you can see what I am looking at. Okay. Perfect. I hope it's visible right here. So from the start, I see the accessibility icon there. So at the moment, I'm looking at an iPhone XR. On some mobile devices, I am not really certain, but it may overlap the arrows for the product images. So maybe I would recommend putting it like in a corner, in the left or in the right, down on in the bottom. Okay, and now let's check the checklist to see if the page has everything we discussed about. So, is the fold optimized? I would say it may be. Okay, I see that there are more thumbnails, similar thumbnails, which might be a problem on the long run. but I can see the first three images here are different. Okay, the navigation and the breadcrumbs. I can see the menu here very well, but the breadcrumbs may be a little bit too small. And I would also recommend putting the collection that the product is in before the actual product. So between the home and the product, you should have the collection. This would help with the SEO, so Google would crawl the website better, but also with navigation in the website. Okay. I can see the title and the other sections right here that look well, look clean. Maybe the fonts are a bit too small, but it may be my screen. I like that it has a size guide and the delivery and return pop-ups here. Let's see what's happening when I click on them. Okay, what I see is that you do have text for how to measure your child's clothes, which is very great, because for someone who is not really familiar with buying online for their children, this is really important information. Okay, I may recommend putting children's size guide, girl size guide, and boy size guide. The product here is for girls, so maybe I would recommend putting the girl size guide for products for girls and boy size guide for products for boys. Okay, let's check the other pop-up as well. Delivery and returns. Okay, I see that this may be jumping out of the screen on my preview here, but I like that there is information and there is highlighted information here in red. Okay, this is really important. Okay, good. While I scroll down, I do see the bundles here, which is really recommended for this type of products. All clothing websites should have a frequently bought together or upsell or um, cross sell for the product. Now I do see the product information. I like that there is more information on the product down below and not all information is up, but maybe I would recommend adding a shorter description here under the product so you may know what the product is. I mean, it's pretty straightforward that it's a dress for girls, but maybe I will put a short description up here. It also helps with SEO because Google will index the meta description early on in the page, and then you can add the additional details right below. But it's nice that you also have tabs here for customer reviews as well. Unfortunately, this page, this product doesn't have reviews, but if the product is newly added to the website, then it may take a while to get customer reviews. If not, I would recommend adding some flows in your app that you're using to incentivize users to leave reviews, because statistically products with reviews are more likely to be um, purchased.
May I just add here something here, Alexia? So we had one of our clients, actually, they had reviews not on the product, not for the products, but for the business. So what we've done for them is we took the Google reviews and showed them on product pages. So yeah, you can ask your developer, you can ask your the agency that helps you with the site, and to if you have some reviews like overall for the business, to add them somewhere in the footer or like on the product page. So
Yeah,
it could be a good start. It's what I mean.
yeah, I definitely agree. And when you add customer reviews for businesses, for the whole business as well, it may also appear in Google after the product. So it gives more trust for users to click on the page.
I'd
Okay,
like
I
to make
see.
an
Yeah,
observation
please.
on a more slightly technical side. Um, I think on this page we need to be a bit more consistent with the fonts. There's different font sizes and different font types. Some are uppercase, some are not uppercase. So consistency is key for the user, as it's much easier to read. Also, spacing between some of the elements can be increased. Spacing on the edges of the whole container can be increased a bit. Usually, the users need to breathe when they're browsing through a page. So having enough spacing, but obviously not too much, is quite important.
Okay, true. I also can see that here you have the select option. I believe it would be select option, but it only says select OPT. Maybe I would change to a shorter if the theme doesn't allow you to have the whole button here. Maybe I would add like add to cart or select or something, so it wouldn't. Oh, I see a product with reviews here, which is good. Okay, perfect. This may also be a bit too cramped, but I love the presence of the sections because it's important for people to be able to browse between collections, between products, while they're looking for something. Because some of them may not know what they really want. Complete the look. This is also really great. Maybe I would put this even um, right under the product like right under here after the frequently bought together section, because this may be it may be a big interest for customers too. Okay, um, is there anything else you guys would like to add?
I think I'm just concerned about the time again. I think we can jump to the next website.
Okay,
Hopefully, this was insightful for Valentina.
okay, the next website that we do have is we should we take guys, let's use this quick play sport right here. Okay, hope. Okay, is it visible, the new page that I'm loading?
Oh, good.
Okay, perfect. So I like the pop-up with 5% off your first order. It's really good to have pop-ups on your page. But at the moment, as it's my first time browsing this website, I might not be interested to unlock the 5% of my first order. So it may appear maybe a bit later after I finish browsing and make an idea of what the website sells and and the products that are there.
There's a
Okay, so
general practice with this that pop-ups are maybe shown after the user has already browsed for 10, 15 seconds on the page already, instead of showing the pop-ups straight away. And this is a good practice because you don't really annoy the user as they land on the page.
okay, that's true. Okay, while I scroll down, I do see this fast delivery icon here. I like that it says that it's fast delivery, but I'm not sure what fast delivery means. So maybe if changing the fast delivery with an estimated delivery time, like I don't know, 2 3 days, and maybe even the dates, as Dan presented with the umzu there, they do say when the product will get to your door. For example, it will be shipped on 21st of December. This is a nice idea that should convert more in the website rather than just adding fast delivery. Okay, I like the product images here that they do have information on the product image. But what I would like to make sure is that this information can also be read in the product page. I don't see the thumbnails here, which, depending on the product that you're selling, may be more or less important, but I would add thumbnails for this specific product. Okay. Add to basket and buy with ShopPay. This is a good incentive that's provided by Shopify to buy in with their shop with their installment here. But what can also be added if this website sells high price product would be adding installments, actually, like Klarna or buy now pay later's pay later platforms. Okay, great. There is this section with information here that I do see this white space that may not be necessary right here. But I do like that there are bullet lined that there are bullets here with innovative multi-angle design and so on. What would be really cool here would be to add icons, small icons, and maybe making the text a bit bigger. But this is just a personal preference and a
Or
personal recommendation.
you can even do lifestyle images of those
Mhm.
features, as it just really stands out to the user when they see the product being actually used for those key features.
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
want to add something, guys. So it looks like Quick Play does give you the option to buy now and pay later with Klarna. I was checking on my desktop browser, but it doesn't show on the product page. So while you are giving that option to your audience, they might not know that you're actually giving that option. So yes, Alexia said, maybe place the icon with Klarna there, or do
Yeah.
something about it.
As this store is on Shopify, you may have the you may install the Klarna app, which would automatically insert the Klarna icon and the installments detail right here in the product page. So this may be a thing that you can take into consideration there. Okay. I like that there are download instructions here. Some products really need download instructions if the instructions don't come in the package, or if users want to see instructions after they purchase the product, they've used it, and maybe throw the instructions away. Okay, I also like this accordion here that helps me navigate through more information about the product. But what I see at the moment is that the first accordion does not um, go back. So I would maybe recommend changing this and making only one accordion open at the moment. Okay, and I also like this contact us and ask a question section. Okay, there are also reviews here, which is really great, and there are also great reviews. So congratulations on the product. Okay, and there is also this you may also like section, which I may uh, add maybe a little bit before the reviews section here, or add frequently bought together section there. And also a add to cart button here can be useful. Okay, overall I really like this product page because it has a lot of information that someone may need, but there are also some quick wins that would help right here. Guys, do you have anything else you would like to add?
I see a lot of text on this product page. It might be good for SEO, for Google. I completely understand the point, but as I said earlier in my presentation, it would be useful to have some icons, more maybe user-generated content, very, very powerful strategy, and yeah, some images. You can even take some of your images from the top of the product, and add them in the descriptions. So yeah, that'd be my recommendation.
Okay, perfect. Then let me go to the last product page here, the water drops website. I hope this was insightful information, and congratulations on the page. Okay, this water drop website um, looks like it already knows my location. So this is really cool that they're using the geolocation app. Okay, I don't want to go on this particular website, so I will continue here. Okay, what I see from the beginning is there is only one only one product image, which may be a little bit confusing because I don't really know what snow means, and with this product image, maybe if this is an upselling product, then it may make sense. But if I'm landing on this page after I'm coming from Google ads or Facebook ads, I may not understand what this is about just from the about the fold information. As Bogdan mentioned, optimizing the website for above the fold is extremely crucial, because this is the first thing anyone can see if they're coming from an ad or from another website. Okay, let me scroll a bit down so I can make a general idea. Okay, great. I do see this variants for the... Oh, okay. So what I do see here is that these icons for colors are taking me to a different page, which is not entirely a best practice, because you do have duplicate content on the page, and you don't want to scatter around the traffic too much. You want everything to be as consistent as possible and keep as much information in one place. I don't see any reviews. I don't see any related products here, but I do see some insightful information about this product, like Baobab here, Cerola, and maybe a bit too much white space here. Okay. I like that there are detailed information separately than the product description here. And I also like that our standard delivery time is 5 business days. It's really nice to see. But as I mentioned on the previous website, knowing exactly which dates the product will arrive would make a huge difference here. Okay. Let me scroll down a bit more. I do see this carousel with with product images here, but I would recommend putting this as if they want to keep the product separately and individually for each variant, then these images should be in the product description, in the product images, so I can swipe between them when I am entering the website. So I do want to see these images. Okay, I like the follow us on Instagram button here, but maybe adding also the Instagram pictures. There are some apps that you can use in Shopify. I think this is a Shopify store, that may import the feed from Instagram to the website. Okay, I also like this information, but maybe I would put this information up. It depends everything on where the traffic comes from, because as I said, if this is an upselling product and you don't really have ads here, that it's okay to put the product description with images like this here, but otherwise it should be up in the page. I do see these FAQs here, which may have a too small font, but again, I cannot say for sure because this is a preview on the laptop. Okay. Guys, is there anything you might want to add? Oh, there is no quantity button. Maybe a quantity button should be a good addition to this product page.
Definitely, yeah.
I'd like to answer one of the questions from the comments, because it's
Okay.
quite important. And yes, I did mention the importance of the breadcrumbs. And yes, we do understand the pain of setting the correct collection for products in Shopify. And as it happens, we've implemented in the past a few hacks, because at the end of the day there are some hacks to do that. And yes, it's still doable to associate products with main collections in Shopify and show that collection in the product page in the breadcrumbs. And it also can be tied to the main navigation, because sometimes you will find the product in one collection that sits in the navigation, so you can be tied to that. But yeah, it's definitely doable with a bit of extra coding.
Okay, if there are any other questions, we still have a few more minutes from this live today, so we may answer some extra questions. here. And if there are no extra questions at the moment, then you can always send us an email at hello@vivolmedia.com to ask us anything you want to learn more about after the webinar. Um, so let me just wait another few seconds to see if any question pops up here too. While we are waiting, I have to say that this webinar will be listed on our LinkedIn page, so you will be able to rewatch it whenever you want. And you can also find on our website, vivolmedia.com, many valuable materials that may help you grow your online presence and case studies of our past work. Okay, great. So if you found this information valuable, let us know. And if you have any further questions, pop us a message at hello@vivolmedia.com. We're also open to feedback. So if there's anything you would have wanted us to expand on more, as well as other webinar topics that you're interested in, please shoot. So we hope to see you at our next webinar. Until then, take care and have a great day.
Thanks, Alexia. Thanks,
Thank
everybody,
you.
for joining us.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you.